Hey guys, it's Evan here and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a really quick look at my Scarlet Spider Kaine Faceshell and lens set created by OracleMadeUK. So let's get on into this. And just a very quick disclaimer for the beginning of this video, I actually bought this Faceshell secondhand from a friend of mine, so I'm simply going to be talking about the quality and what I think of this Faceshell versus actually talking about how the process of ordering and delivering it was, because I did not go through that myself. Alright guys, so here we have the Faceshell and lenses all ready for viewing. By the way, let me know what you guys have thought of this little setup I've got right here. I'm trying out something new. Hope you guys have liked this for doing reviews in this sort of way. Anyways, yeah, so here's the Faceshell. Now this is very similar, if not exact, to my classic Faceshell that I have from OracleMade that I reviewed in a previous video. He does use the same Faceshell shape for a lot of his stuff, and then that makes it so a lot of his shells and lenses are actually universal. So you could say, for example, get this Faceshell with the Kaine set, but then also have a magnet set up that would allow you to use, say, like a classic set or an MCU set, something like that. But as you can see here, there are a lot of holes drilled into this thing. Those allow for ventilation for air. The eye holes are nice and big. And then the magnets here glued on the inside of the Faceshell. And then, of course, those magnets line up here with the ones on the inside of the shell. And I do like that this lens uses 4 magnets at these spots here and then these spots down here, and that really allows the lens to really stay secure on the Faceshell, especially if you have some strong magnets. And actually, I gotta say, one of my favorite things about this set is there is not a magnet on the point here next to where the where your nose would be. It just makes lining up the lens much easier on the Faceshell. But yeah, of course, like I said, these are magnetized, so they just slap on like that and like that. And I use some pretty strong magnets for these. I actually had to do some re-gluing when I bought them from a friend. He had actually lost, I think, most of the magnets or something like that. I'm actually still missing a magnet on this one here just because I don't have one that'll fit. But luckily with the 3 on that one, it still works just fine. Slaps on there, and there we go. Like, they are, I'm putting a good bit of force here. They're not coming off. These things are very strong, very, very well secured, and just, God, that looks so good. Now, one of the quick downsides to this Faceshell, not necessarily a downside, but just a something you gotta work around, these are not fog-free lenses. These, very obviously, they give that reflective look. I know for a fact that when I am wearing this shell, it's gonna fog up like hell. I'm gonna have to apply anti-fog, but luckily the nice thing, like I was saying about these lenses just being able to pop on and off pretty easily, I can take it off, use that for sight. Somebody wants a picture, slap it back on, no problem there. But yeah, obviously that is the trade-off to having glossy lenses versus the non-gloss fog-free lenses. But anyways, with that said, I'm gonna go ahead, throw this onto a mask for you guys, give my opinion of how it is when I'm actually wearing it. The mask I'm wearing is not a Kaine mask, it's a red mask. These colors are going to clash horribly, but it's just to give you guys a general idea of how this looks. Alright guys, so here's the Faceshell and lens set on my face. Like I was saying before, I am having a hell of a time seeing out of this thing. Even from talking, just the air from the talking, it is totally fogging these things up. I can't see anything. I can't even see my hand when I go like that. Obviously, like I said, I have not applied anti-fog. But this is just to give you guys a general idea of how this Faceshell and lens set looks. And like I was saying, I can pop this off. Now I can see again. Oh, somebody wants a picture. Pop it right back on. No problem there. And luckily the nice thing about the Kaine mask is it is just pure black. So I'm not going to have to worry about web lines or anything lining up like that. I can just pop it off. Oh, someone wants a picture. Like I said before, pop it back on, do the picture, take the lens back off. Easy peasy. But yeah, like I said, I am planning on doing a Kaine cosplay. I was originally going to be doing the PS4 version with a little bit of my own twist using the comic style lenses, but actually just the other day I did find a piece of concept art, or fan art or something like that, that actually I liked a lot more. There's a little bit of black kind of scattered throughout the rest of the pattern, which I realized, as much as I love the way that the Kaine suit is laid out, kind of having maybe some more black on the hands, some more black kind of down near the boots. I don't know, it just kind of helps balance out the costume a little bit. Obviously more details will come as I get into working on that suit, I have the face shell and lenses for it, so basically whenever I get that thing, it will be ready to go. And yeah, just final thoughts on this face shell. Honestly, this is one of those face shells that I absolutely have loved ever since I first saw it. Kaine is really special, near and dear to my heart, simply because the Kaine Scarlet Spider series from, I believe, it was about what, like 2011, 2012, it was the first Spider-Man series that I collected the entire run of. It was basically one of my introductions into comic collecting, like really hardcore comic collecting. So yeah, Kaine is a really special character to me. I love him. He's my favorite Scarlet clone. Sorry out there to all the Ben Reilly fans. Kaine is my guy. And yeah, Oracle Made, I've heard some things about communication being a little bit difficult, shipping times taking a while, but if you are willing and wanting to wait, honestly, this I think is one of the best comic style Kaine facial and lens sets on the market, and just these big lenses, the reflectiveness of them, even if they're going to mess up your vision, absolutely worth it. And I've also gone ahead, I am throwing the link for OracleMadeUK down in the description below. Obviously he does not just sell Kaine sets, he sells all kinds of other sets. There are a huge number of options. There is a Classic Superior set that I have been eyeing for literal years, but I don't have plans or dead set plans to do a Classic Superior yet. So I have not pulled the trigger on that, even though it has been tempting me for probably about 5 years, something like that. And of course, if you want to check out more of my stuff, go ahead and subscribe, bringing out new content as much as possible given the current situation in the world. And you can also go ahead and check out my Instagram and my Twitter. Both of those are, again, shared down in the description below. And as always, guys, remember to stay safe, remember to wash your hands given the current situation in the world. Wow, the sun is really coming in through this window. Remember to stay frosty, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.